What down, Joe? It's No Home TV here, back with another boxing video. Alright now, did y'all miss me? Is this thing on? Alright, enough with the questions. What's good, y'all? I know it's been a little while, but I did want to come back and make a part 2 of this curious case of Keith Thurman video. You gotta excuse the windshield, man. It's really buggy. I just watched this motherfucker too. But the reason that it's so buggy is because, you know, shit, it's the seasons change, man. It's fall time, summer ended, or ending. It's still a little warm in certain spots of the country. And the bugs are still out, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get some bug pussy before they die out. Can't blame them. Anyway, the curious case of Keith Thurman Part 2. Well, in the first video that y'all probably seen, man, I ran down, you know, the history of Keith Thurman, you know, a brief history about him being a champion and about his fall from grace and whatnot, and him being as inactive as he is. You know what? The only reason I really bring up Keith Thurman the way that I do, man, is because, you know, I was a fan of Keith Thurman, man. I like that shit he used to talk, man. He used to talk that shit, man. He used to believe in himself, man. He used to be that guy. He was a savage. You know, one of my favorite Keith Thurman moments was, you know, when he was at the weigh-in, when he was facing off with Danny Garcia, and he had the hair let down. It was all wild. His eyes was all crazed and shit. I'm like, yeah, he a wild man. He a beast. He a monster. This is what he do. But, I mean, I don't know, man. Keith has been fucking neutered as of late. Only thing that we ever see from him is just him talking. His last fight was against Mario Barrios. That was what, fucking year ago or so. And Barrios just came off an impressive win against Yordenis Ugas, which I thought Ugas was going to take that fight easily. You know, I was quite surprised in Barrios' performance. But just because Barrios beat Ugas doesn't mean that I want to see Keith Thurman versus Keith Thurman versus Barrios Part 2. Nor do I really want to see Keith Thurman versus Ugas, man. I think Ugas could be potentially done. Errol Spence broke his orbital bone, just like he did, you know, Kell Brook. And then he broke, and then he got his orbital bone, seemingly the same one, rebroken by, you know, Mario Barrios. So, and all that's a lot of scar tissue, man. I really and truly don't see Ugas, you know, coming back and beating the top contender. Nor do I want to see him come back in there and get his face, you know, mashed into hamburger meat anymore. That's not fun to watch. But salute to Ugas, man. I mean, if he decides to continue, then he does. If not, then, you know, he can retire, man. You know, he's made him some money. You know, pretty little chica. You know what I'm saying, for a wife. So he's decent. Now in regards to Keith Thurman, though, everyone's talking about Boots Ennis. I don't want to see Keith fight Boots Ennis, because what's gonna happen is what everybody thinks is gonna happen. Boots is gonna walk through Keith Thurman. Too big, too powerful, too active, you know, and a lot of belief, you know, the same type of belief that Keith had in himself once upon a time. But nah, I don't want to see Boots Ennis fight him, man. I really want to see, you know, Boots Ennis fight Stanionis, who's another person that, you know, is kind of, you know, breaking his silence on Keith Thurman. Guess he wants to fight Keith Thurman. Everybody wants to fight Keith Thurman because of, you know, his past accomplishments. But he's a shell of his former self, man. Let's be honest. He did put out a good outing against Manny Pacquiao. I will say that. But, I mean, at the same time, man, he still lost that fight. And even though, you know, he's coming off of a win against Barrios, you know, that's still a career-defining fight right there. Y'all gotta forget a beeping, man. It does that shit whenever you get too close. This thing is crazy. Because it be tweaking sometime. Motherfuckers. Anyway, or, you know what? Put Keith Thurman against, what's Blair Cobb? two loudmouth light-skinned niggas going at it, that'd be hilarious, bro. Like, the build-up would be nutbag. But, I mean, you know, we'll see, man. I mean, I don't know. At this point, I'm almost saying Keith Thurman should retire. If not, then just go ahead and become a gatekeeper. Anyway, it's No Home TV, man. I'll be back with another one. Peace.